Gusto natin bumili ng ganito, pero ito yung laman ng mga wallet natin. Problema yon. This is the solution. Yes, it's just a spreadsheet, but it's a spreadsheet with all of the data that you need to get a better deal on GPUs and on CPUs. Plus, I'm super excited for this month's Price Watch because this is the most comprehensive, most detailed sheet I've ever done. Kasama dito yung mga bagong NVIDIA GPUs, bagong Intel GPUs, bagong AMD GPUs. And aside from the GPUs, we also have CPUs. This is all available online. Yung link dito sa sheet na to in the comments below. But if you want the breakdown, catch me again after our ad break.
Sawa ka na ba sa unactivated Windows mo? Well, lucky you! Pinakabago mula sa cdkeyoffer.com. Windows 10 and Windows 11 activation codes. Legit, safe, at pinakamura. Madali lang umorder. Hanapin ang Windows version na gusto mo. Piliin ang preferred payment method. Wala pang 5 minutes, nag-CDK ka na para sa Windows mo. Marami na kaming natulungan.
Dati, sad and depressed ako. But now, I found the love of my life.
Dati, aimless and walang purpose ang life ko. But now, I'm a world-class Zumba instructor.
So, web developer ako and content creator for a YouTube channel. And ngayon, ganun pa rin ako pero activated na yung Windows ko. Kaya kung naghahanap ka ng legit, mura, at original software,
check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Check out cdkeyoffer.com. Okay, so I won't waste any of your time. You guys know the drill, but I am actually really excited about this one. Yung key takeaways natin for this month's Price Watch. Number 1, yung 3060 versus 4060 versus B580 prices. So yung 3060 na tinatrack natin dito is the 12GB version. For the average prices over the 4 shops, yung 3060 12GB is at around 17,600. Yung 4060, 18,800. Tapos yung Intel, this is the first time we're including the B580. Pero yung ginawa ko dito, I just got the cheapest price I could find it on Lazada. Kasi hindi pa ganun ka set yung stock from the 4 stores that we constantly track. So medyo exception yung price tracking nung B580. Just went on Lazada. Sino may pinakamura na mukhang reputable. Yung hindi naman yung tipong 5,000 pesos tapos kukunin na pera mo. Di mo na makita pera mo, di mo na rin makita yung GPU na binili mo. So that's how we're gonna be tracking the B580. It does come out the most expensive between the two. And yet, medyo kaparehas lang performance nitong tatlong GPU. Talking about the NVIDIA 3060 12GB, NVIDIA 4060, and the Intel B580. Yes, there are differences, there are nuances, but very roughly, medyo similar yung performance nila. But if you go into the individual shops, makikita mo actually na paminsan, mas mahal pa yung 3060 compared to the 4060 for example. As in the case of Wedge. So hindi ko binabanggit yung mga tunay na pangalan ng mga shops because only Hardware Sugar gets free publicity on this channel. But we want to make use of their data to make it easier for you, the consumer, to make up your mind at what price to buy. So let's say, for example, kay Wedge, yung 3060, pinakamura na 3060 12GB is around 20,000 pesos. Yung 4060 niya is 19,000. If you look at the average prices again, jumping back to the average prices over the 4 shops, 17,000 lang yung 3060. So between around 20,000 kay Wedge versus 17,000 lang for the average price. That's already a big price difference. And that's how I hope nakakatulong tong Price Watch para sa mga viewers natin. Because it's the average price. Yes, different shops will have different pricing. But if you know the average price of a card, then you can get a ballpark. Even if you're not going to buy that card, at least medyo alam mo na. Ay, 3060, medyo katapat niya yung 4060, and then ito yung presyo niya. So medyo ganun din dapat, around that price range, yung 4060. I'm a little surprised, you know, B580 when it came out a few months ago, everybody was pleased with the performance, but it's still a bit expensive, at least para sa atin dito, at 19,500, mid-90s, compared to 17,600 and 18,000, close to 19,000 for the 4060. Second key takeaway is that the 40 cards are getting more expensive. Kita natin dito sa 4060, red, meaning the price went up from last month. 4060, although this one went down. The 4070 Ti Super went up from Roy. yung kay Joker talaga, parang across the board. Whatever card we tracked from them and that they had, tumaas yung presyo. So that includes the 4060, the 4070, and the 4070 Ti. Wala silang 4080 Super. And that's also true with Wash, which usually has good prices. Pero dito, umakyat yung 4060 price, umakyat din yung 4070 Super price. Now, 2 sub-points to that. A, it's true that medyo nahihirapan na kami makahanap nung 4060 stock. Don't get me wrong, we can still find it. But most of our usual suppliers, I don't know for what reason, paubos na yung 4060 stock nila. Here in the 4 stores that we track, they all had a 4060, but for some of them, the prices went up. And that's the second sub-point. It's not so much na umaakit yung mga presyo overall ng mga 40 series cards. It's that nauubusan na yung mga stock of the cheaper models, the cheaper brands. So yung natitira na lang, yung medyo mas mahal. Yung usual suspects natin, MSI, Asus, Gigabyte, yan yung mga natitira. Yung nauubos na, yung wala na, mga Palit, Colorful, Galax. So those are usually the cheaper price cards. Not a knock on their quality, like we've used a lot of Galax cards, a lot of Colorful cards, Ino 3D na rin. Okay naman sila, Palit, okay na rin. But they are lesser known or they're targeting a different segment of the market. So usually their prices are lower. So what I think we're seeing from the 40 series pricing data is not so much na overall pamahal yung mga cards, but yung natitira na lang na cards are yung mga mahal talaga. Di naman na umakyat sila ng price, their price has remained the same, it's just that we track the cheapest card that we can get. Wala na yung mga cheaper cards, nandito na tayo sa mga mid-tier and higher brands. Kung bago pa lang kami sa price watch, you might have been fooled by that data. Baka isipin ko na, lahat ng mga prices ng mga 40 series cards umakyat. But we've been doing this for years now. And I'm confident in saying, para akong weatherman dito, but I think, I can say with a high degree of confidence na the 40 series card prices are not going up. It's just that naubos na yung stock ng mga cheaper cards. So the average price that we can find them on the market is going up to the level of the mid-range cards. Third key takeaway, AMD's cards, 9070, 9070 XT, a lot of people excited because they have good performance. They don't defeat Nvidia kung pound for pound lang who has the faster card, but they have very good performance for their price. Pero, and again, this is where nakakatulong tong price watch sheet, there is weird pricing. So let's take a look at the average pricing first. For the 9070, it's around 46,800, and then for the 9070 XT, so the faster version, it's around 2,000 pesos more, 48,800. The XT version is faster. Alam natin yan, even from the previous generations, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, XT always means it's the faster version. Pero, if let's say nag-shopping ka kay Wedge, wala silang 9070 XT, so none, and their 9070 na available is at 49,800. Yung average price, again, nung XT. This 9070 should be cheaper. Yun nga, it's around 46,800 on the average, if you get the average of all the stores. But kay Wedge, mas mahal siya. Unlike if you compare it to Wash, you can get it for around 44,000 pesos. And this is a key difference. Kung bumili ka kay Wedge ng 9070, you're paying the price of the 9070 XT for a 9070. You could have gotten an across-the-board, very clear, faster card for the same price if you had just gotten a 9070 XT from Wash or even from Joker. Feeling ko nangyari dito kay Wedge, and I see the data, but I also own Hardware Sugar, so I'm also aware of the dealer pricing and things. Feeling ko nangyari dito kay Wedge, sold out na yung 9070 XT nila, mabenta naman yung 9070 series, so they're like, well, we might as well go for a higher price with the 9070. We'll have less sales, pero makakabenta pa rin kami at a higher price. Or yung nangyari dyan, bundles. All of these new cards, whether it's a 50 series of Nvidia or the 90 series of AMD, yung mga dealers, medyo taking advantage. So, gusto mo bili ng 5080? Okay, but you need to buy 5 cases or 5 PSUs. Or sometimes, 5 cases and 5 PSUs. So, grabe yung mga bundle pricing. I've talked about it in our Facebook. We've never done bundle prices in Hardware Sugar. Itong 50 series cards, 90 series cards, never. No bundles. Kahit nung gitna ng pandemic na sobrang hirap makakuha ng GPU, Nagbabundle na rin yung mga dealers nun. Hardware Sugar never did bundles because we think it's anti-consumer. But for Wedge, feeling ko maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But again, kaya nakakatulong tong price watch because you can see the average prices. And that's a very clear example na if you had looked at this data and gone to Wedge, you would have known na medyo mahal tong 9070 na available sa kanila. If you were really set on an AMD card, you could have gotten the faster version for the same price from either Joker or Wash. Not from us because we already sold out our 9070 XT. Fourth key takeaway for this month is the pricing for the 4070 Super versus the 5070. Again, very roughly, medyo magkadikit yung performance ng mga yan. Although the 5070 does have the advanced frame generation, yung mga AI trickery ni NVIDIA, para bumilis yung nakikita mo dito on screen. You're getting more frames on screen, but it's because the GPU didn't render all of those frames. Purists want all of the frames rendered, but personally, where the technology is right now, for me, I am very happy to turn on all of the potential, lahat nung kaya ko, because I'm still on the 30 series card, so I don't have access to all of the latest upscaling technology in NVIDIA. But what I can turn on, I do turn on because for me, the image quality is really basically the same. But if you're a purist, then you might be interested in the 4070 Super, which is roughly the same price as the 5070. And I say roughly because again, like the 9070 and the 9070 XT, may differences depending on the shop. And that's why sa formatting dito, I put that here, 4070 Super, tas katabi niya 5070. Now you'd think that the 5070 would be slightly more expensive kasi siya yung mas bago na card compared to the 4070 Super. But actually, what we see in the pricing data, mas mahal konti yung 4070 Super. So 41,500 compared to 40,500, a 1,000 peso difference. And in some shops, that difference can be quite big. So si Roy, walang 5070, 4070 Super lang, around 41,500, which is the exact average. But for example, dito kay Joker, 4070 Super niya is 44,000 compared to the 5070 na 41,350 lang. Again, which card you want depends on how picky you are with the upscaling technology of NVIDIA. But if you're just sort of this average consumer, you don't care about that stuff, you just want to game at the best frame rates possible, then generally you want the newer card, and that's the 5070. And here, yun nga, ang laki ng price difference. It's around the 3,000 peso price difference, almost 10% between the cheapest price of the 5070 na available kay Joker and yung 4070 Super card, the cheapest na available sa kanya. Si Wash naman, 4070 Super, is at a really good price, 39,000, below the average price that we're seeing. But yung 5070 niya is even better. Yung tipong mababa na to, but this is even better at 38,250. Wash is actually known for its good prices, in fairness to them. How they get those good prices, maybe it's not so great to the consumers or yung kasama niya dito sa retail space. But anyway, bottom line, they do have good prices. And the last key takeaway for this price watch is that the 5090 is effing expensive. We've only seen 2 stores that actually had it on stock. So that's why indicate natin dito 2 samples instead of the usual 4. The average price was 208,000. I mean, that's hindi lang. I mean, usually yung mga GPU, when we say na sobrang mahal and you can buy a whole rig with that price, that's usually true. But this is not just a whole rig. I mean, this is like a insanely fast rig just for the cost of this card. 5090, insane, man. Insane cost. So, Joker, and this is, but again, dito natin makita yung value nitong price watch. Yung available lang na 5090 kay Joker is the Astral, which is at 242,000. Mahal naman talaga si Asus, and then this is their ROG brand, and we have taken a look at the Astral, pero yung 5080, there, you know, it's a beefy card, it's an Asus card. It's expensive. You do get what you're paying for, but again, it is expensive. Kumpara dito kay Palit 5090, which is at a much more reasonable 175,000. And you know, this is also still very expensive. Also, again, something that you can buy an entire rig for, plus a nice monitor, plus whatever, you know, RGB that you want. But 175K is a lot better than 242,000K Kaya I hope nakakatulong talaga tong sheet na to. Yun lang naman yung mga key highlights, mga key takeaways na gusto kong mag-deep dive for this month. You'll notice na nagbago ako ng format. Usually I do the averages and then the per shop deep dive, but I really wanted to get into the nitty-gritty kasi na-excite talaga ako na we have this data now. We have all of the new 50 series cards, we have all of the 90 series cards, we have the B580 from Intel. And for the CPU side, we've also changed things up. We've added the Core Ultra 9 285, so the average price is around 37,000. We removed the 12500 because we really only had one store for the longest time na may stock pa nun. The Ultra 9 285K is sort of the king of the hill of Intel. We still track the previous king of the hill, the 4900K, and it's interesting that their prices are neck and neck. We haven't seen a lot of demand either for the 4900K or the Ultra 9 285K, which I think is emblematic na hirap talaga yung Intel sa CPU market. It used to be the king, it has since been dethroned because yung price to performance not really there. They have manufacturing issues, they have performance issues, they have CPUs cooking themselves as we've explored in a video and in a short. So Intel medyo hirap ngayon sa CPUs, and I think we can see that in lackluster demand and in their pricing. Like yung pinaka mabilis nila is just the same price basically as yung previous generation pinaka mabilis nila. So not that great for Intel. So we will just take a very quick dive into the summary. If you just want the average prices, they're actually also here sa per shop deep dive. You can see them in green. That's Nvidia, AMD, Intel, and then dito sa CPU side, AMD and Intel. But if you want a cleaner sheet, we also summarize it. This is sort of like yung cheat sheet. Like you just wanna get the average data. We have also color-coded it. Red if it went up this month compared to last month. Blue if it went down. Actually, the overall pricing hasn't changed much. So like, for example, yung 1650, 100 pesos more expensive. 4060, around 500 pesos more expensive. Not much changes for the old models. Yung what we started to track is the 50 series, then the 90 series. So no comparison data because we're only starting with this month. Some weirdness also actually, if I can do a 6 key takeaway. Yung pricing nung 5600X tsaka yung 5600G. So it's logical na dito sa average prices, yung 5600X mga 8,000 pesos, 5600G 7,300. That makes sense. The 5600X is a faster overall CPU. Pero dito kay Roy, yung 5600X around 5,800. Yung 5600G is around 7,000. So mas mura by a lot relatively yung 5600X. I do not know why. And matagal na siyang ganyan. The other stores follow logical pricing because mas mabilis nga itong 5600X. You know, it's a more capable CPU. This one, yung 5600G, may onboard graphics. So it's more geared towards the entry-level market. Yung 5600X is a decent mid-range CPU even now in 2025. AM4 mid-range. Entry-level for performance for the AM4 5000 series. And it should be more expensive than the 5600G. Pero yun nga dito kay Roy, mas mura yung 5600X. And then we have, of course, we have the B580 na Intel GPU. We're tracking for the first time. And then the AMD CPUs and the Intel CPUs with the newcomer Core Ultra 9 285K. Struck me with the data was, you know, in my mind, yung 40 series, medyo bago pa lang. Yung 4090, King of the Hill for the longest time. Of course, displaced now by the 5090. But what I didn't realize was, so all of the data that we keep but we no longer track, so yung mga models na retire natin from this price watch sheet, we keep that data so that we can still have historical prices. So you can see we have all of the models that we used to track. What I didn't realize until I sunsetted these old models is that itong 4090, we've had data on the 4090 all the way back to when we first started. Sorry, kulang lang siya by 1 month. We started this in October 2022, and then so week 1 was October 2022. At first we were doing it a weekly thing, but you know, sobrang hirap nun. It was really hard to keep track, so we moved it to a monthly format eventually. But October 2022, we already had pricing. I think 2022 pa yun, 2025 na tayo. So the 40 series has been around for more than 3 years na pala. And yeah, it's amazing. Sobrang, you know, bilis lang ng panahon. In my mind, parang King of the Hill pa rin si 40. Now we have the 50. And I guess one last key takeaway is when we started tracking the 4090, to be fair, we didn't track it right away. It took us a little while to add the 4090. By that time, mga 100,000 yung average price niya. And it kind of maintained that price basically. So the last month that we tracked it was around 104,000, and then 100 plus something yung the first month that we tracked it. But the first month that we're tracking the 5090, it's at 208,000. And again, part of that is the hinahatak yung average price because of the ROG Astral. But even then, the cheapest that we're seeing is around 175K, which is a lot more expensive than the average price of the 4090 when we started tracking it. Will the price of the 5090 go down? Only time will tell. Pero makita natin yan sa price watch. Every month, nakatutok tayo sa mga prices. And I really hope, even if you don't buy from Hardware Sugar, na makatulong tong sheet for you. Because it is a lot of hard work, to be honest. Tracking per month and then adding models, making sure that the data is internally coherent para if it's not, then kalokohan lang na magko-compare ka ng prices. So we always need to get the cheapest model possible from the shop. It's hard to see that data sometimes. Di ganun kaganda yung public-facing websites nila and things like that. So it's a big chore, itong price watch, but I hope nakatulong to sa inyo. And as a data geek, I'm also just really interested in the data. Thanks for watching.